Morning, welcome back to Fran's Crafts for this week. Today I'm going to decorate this MDF heart using the Paisley. It's one of my favourite kind of stamps at the moment. I'm going to go bold today, so I'm going to do it in red and black. So we'll see how we go. So I've already taken the string off of the heart. So I'm just going to draw around it so that I can stamp on it before we stick it down. Just quickly draw around. So I'm not going to cut it out just yet, because sometimes when you're stamping you end up going over the edges and it's easier to leave it on here and cut it out afterwards. So just mark my holes as well while I remember. Pencil's not going to go down, let's just use this. There we go, so I've got a rough idea of where my holes are. So, I'm just going to get my black and my red ready. To start stamping. These are, if you've seen one of my other videos with these are lovely detailed stamps. So I'm just going to start inking my stamp up and then just randomly stamping my pattern, and it doesn't matter if I go over the lines at all. There we go, so I'm just then going to build it up using some of the other stamps. I've got that one, so I'll do this one in black and then do the red dots around it. Nice thing about these stamps as well is you've got some lovely little ones that you can just use to fill in as well. So I'm just going to take the outside of this stamp. I'm not going to do all of them because I've done a bit close. I'm just going to do some of them, and you get some nice. I knew I'd do that. Put in the wrong ink. Get some nice pattern. Okay, so I've done that one, so I'm just going to fill in between now with some other stamps. Nice flower stamp. So thought I'd go for red and black this morning, just to make it a little bit more striking. Okay, so I'll do that. It's going to take all these smaller circles, and then, as I said, it's just a case of filling in between. So as you can see, I've just been working all the little patterns in. So I'm just going to do some these nice leaves in between as well. Don't have to fill all the gaps, but it's quite nice to have all these patterns in anyway. So, and then the last one I'm going to do is this little flower. So it's going sit in between. I'm just going to clean my stamp off, and then I'll just do a few in the black as well. There we go, so just time to cut it out now. So there we are, I've cut out my heart, and I've also just done a little bit of the doodle around the edges, just where there's a gap, and I've also cut out the holes ready for when I put the string on later. So I'm just going to glue this down using a wet glue, because it obviously sticks better than just using tape. So just want to try and get it as close to the edges as you can. So just go back and spread that out around the edges. So I just need to put it on top. Lining up with the holes that you've already punched out. Okay, so I'm going to leave that to dry. There is a bit of an overlap on the back, so you'll have to sort of trim it up. It's better to have it too big than not big enough. So while that's drying, I'm just going to make a banner to go across it with a sentiment on. So I'm just going to trim a piece of the card. Just need to bring that back in a minute, and I want it to go across the centre, so I just need a little bit off the end. Okay. So I always cut, when I'm doing the banners, I always cut the notch out with my scissors by eye, but I had a thought that I could use my Christmas tree punch and just pop it up that way. So try and get it lined up, oops, in the centre, and then just punch. Not going for quite how I wanted it to go, actually. So I've done that before and it's worked, but there we go. I've probably not getting it quite straight. So no problem, I'll go back to my normal way of doing it anyway. So it's just a case of cutting up the centre and then doing the corners to match. Sorry, not the corners to match, cutting from the corners up to the centre line. I don't know where my brain is this morning, but there we are. So like that. So once you've got that ready, you just need to stamp a sentiment. I'm just going to quickly do my doodly border on there because I like doing these. There we go. Just going to add some little lines here. I'm going to get where's my stamp? There's my stamp. I'm going to do congratulations. So I'm going to do that in the red, I think. Stand out nice and bold. Okay, so I've stamped my congratulations, and I'm just going to quickly pop these on either end as well. There we are. Okay, so the glue is dried on the heart, so I've trimmed around the edges to make it all nice and tidy, there's no overlapping, and I've already just tied the string on. So I'm just going to add this. So I'm just going to just bend it around my finger a little bit, like that. And then I'm going to glue it so it's just up a little bit. So I'm just going to put some glue on either bit there. And it's just a case of just holding it for a few seconds just until the glue settles. You could put some flowers on here, but I think because you've got the pattern background, it gives it enough interest on to the heart. So I'm not going to do it now, but also what I will do once this is all dried is that maybe just put a little bit of glitter glue on just to give it a bit of sparkle in places. So there we go. So there's our nice, bold, bright heart. So I hope you've enjoyed the tutorial today, and I will catch you again soon. Bye.